Alright, class of the curious, it's Faithful Slave here again, and I'm here to talk to you today about
consciousness.
What is consciousness? Definition: the state of being awake and aware of one's surroundings, the awareness of perception of something by a person, the fact of awareness by the mind of itself and the world. Basically, consciousness is sort of a simulation caused by our brain and our senses to give us somewhat of an awareness of everything going on around us and ourselves. Now, without the brain, without our senses, it's arguable that consciousness would not be able to exist. Basically, our consciousness determines our very reality. And that's when altered states of consciousness get a little fun to play with, because not only are you altering your mind and your senses, but in a very real way, you are altering your very perception of reality, of everything, of who you are, what the world is, what the universe is. Everything can be altered when you're in an altered state of consciousness. Having experienced a few altered states myself, I'll tell you that when you are in these conditions, you are so engrossed in this other state that you are convinced that what you are seeing is extremely real. I'm talking about hallucinations here. I'm talking about psychedelics. You can exist so real that, in fact, when you come out of your psychedelic haze, this world, this reality, will actually seem like an illusion. It calls into question, what is even reality? Can we understand what consciousness is? Scientists to this day have not even come close to cracking what it means to have a consciousness. They haven't even come close to understanding all the intricacies of how our brains work. So I think that before you judge someone who's exploring psychedelics, that you maybe take a step back and consider the fact that we really don't know what these substances are really doing to us. Now, scientists have kind of written it off as sort of the brain misfiring, but I promise you that when you are in these altered states, it is more vivid, more real, more complicated, and more precise. It's not messy and cluttered and sort of misfiring, disoriented. To say that you're just misfiring in these altered states seems like a gross, well, it's a gross mislabeling of what's actually happening. Whoa, Parker. Are you telling us that you have been engaged in taking illegal drugs? I'm not going to answer yes or no to that. But what I will say is this. Psychedelics are the last, I think, the truly final frontier of our understanding. I've spent 32 years researching religion, science, art, philosophy, you name it. I've done meditation. I've delved into all sorts of things to better understand everything around me and to achieve a higher level of consciousness. But I felt as though at this point in my life there was only one thing left for me to do. There was only one area left to explore. And recently, I've been diving right in. I'm really excited to share with you some of the incredible experiences that I've had and some of the amazing conclusions that I've drawn about the nature of the universe, this planet, living things, consciousness, everything. And I'm going to be doing that with you shortly. I hope you're along for the ride and you enjoy it. While I'm doing this, I'm going to be sharing with you my own personal art, completely homemade, custom illustrations of all the wild rides that I've had while on this incredible journey. I'd like to note that in no way am I promoting the use of any illegal drugs. I certainly don't recommend it for everyone. Honestly, if you can avoid them, you're probably going to be better off in your everyday life. But for me, my curiosity just got the better of me, and maybe I can share with you what I've found and what I've discovered so that you don't have to put yourself at risk because these things are incredibly dangerous, and there are risks to doing any kind of drug or substance. Be looking for the videos upcoming and all the topics that I just laid out in this video coming very soon. I'm also going to be having discussions with other people who have had similar journeys and experiences, and it's going to be a really fun time, so be looking forward to that. Also, don't forget that London is coming up. Feel free to participate in that. Hit up the folks over at JW Podcast, or JW Protest, I think is the Facebook group. Luis and Neil, there's really good people that are putting this thing together, and they're probably going to do it a lot more professionally than we did over here in the States. You know, we're just a bunch of misfits. What do we know? What are we doing? Who knows? Be a part of that if you can. Support it if you can. I'm still planning on going, along with a few others from the States. I will occasionally, it's probably unavoidable, I will occasionally be touching on the Jehovah's Witness topic here and there, but don't be surprised if you see a lot of other content on my channel in the upcoming weeks. Thank you so much again, guys, as always. If you enjoy the direction I'm going and the videos that I'm making, you can always hit me up on my PayPal. It's breathingfantasy@gmail.com. Faithful slave, I'm out.